Invictus, my kings, and welcome back to another part of the United States Empire DarthMod playthrough, and today we'll be taking on the Spanish. Yes, the first time we are actually going to make a strike against the Spanish, and yeah, so let's begin. Declare war. Oh, they have a lot of allies. Let's see, who are they allied with that we might declare war, and they would be Italians, Savoy, Genoa, Mughal Empire. Oh, that's not that bad. Nobody that would actually threaten us. So let's declare war. Spain, Mughals, alliance broken. That's fine. Okay, we have disembarked over there. Let's move over here. That army can take care of New Andalusia, and this army can embark as well, and they can head over to Cuba. We'll be taking over the islands as well, very important, so that the enemy doesn't have any sort of ground that they might use. But anyway, time to take over Florida now. Let's go marching. I think I'll auto-resolve this one. Yeah, we did lose quite a few units, but it's fine. Surrender accepted. Very nice. No reason to fight another battle if we don't have to. Then moving over to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Let's auto-resolve this one as well. Very nice. We are marching through the territories, and the last one is Texas. Now I think that we should be... Oh, this army isn't replenished. Never mind then. We won't be going in. We'll wait for the army to replenish, and then we'll go in against Texas. Let's try and infiltrate in the meantime. Successful mission. Let's see what exactly they have. Their army's beaten up as well quite a bit, so I'll wait for this army to replenish, and then we'll go in against Texas. But in the meantime, we can take care of New Andalusia over here. Auto-resolve, victory, very nice, very easy. No reason to fight complicated battles if you can just auto-resolve and be done with it. And they're Catholic, however, so if we manage to... Oh, here we are. But that's connected to New Granada, not New Andalusia. Okay, well anyway, time to take over Cuba as well. As we can see, we are taking over these territories one by one, very swiftly, very quickly. That's how you do it. They do have an army down south though. There's some Malahaban militia, interesting. So we'll head with this army down south, and we'll crush them there. This army can take care of these guys. Do they have a general? No, they don't. Actually, we can just do this. The glorious victory indeed. However, we did lose a single unit, so we'll take take a unit from this army over here and reinforce. That should do it. That should be how we do it. No army in Mexico, New Spain, and these armies are replenishing. As soon as they replenish, we'll go in against Texas. Here we go. The army near Texas has replenished, so we can go in. Let's just move out this and move the agent out so he doesn't get murked into combat. Let's save and let's go. Alright, here we are in the battlefield. The battle for Texas is going to begin very shortly. Let's again form up a line, and let's go with something like this. This is a wide enough line. Let's put our light infantry on the flank here, and let's support them with cavalry. Put the general in the middle, and let's go. Socket bayonets. Why would we worry about that? We already have the highest tier of bayonet, but whatever. It's good effort. What kind of artillery do they have? They have 6-pounder. Okay, but they do have a cavalry that's charging. Mounted tribal auxiliary. Once again, these guys, as we haven't had enough trouble with them yet, but I think they're actually charging from the animation that they have. However, we should be able to completely annihilate them very quickly. Yep, there we go. One of them left. But we are taking some casualties from the artillery, so let's march up. March up our troops. Let's send the light infantry on the flank. Let's send these guys over there and let's start the battle. Alright, here you can see the army of the enemy is flailing about unnecessarily and needlessly, so this should be, we should make quick work of them. No issues, nothing like that. Let's send out the light infantry on the flank. And let's start pummeling them. They have native bowman auxiliary. I wonder why the AI is so obsessed with recruiting these guys. They aren't that good, to be honest. I mean, so far I haven't seen them pull off any major upsets or anything like that. They just seem like worse infantry, or much better off just recruiting a regular line infantry than something like that. At least in my estimation, anyway. Okay, let's send out our cavalry back from their wayward mission. Our light infantry is doing some heavy work against their infantry, and this should be a standard battle where we completely envelop the enemy and crush them. We haven't had a battle like this in a little while. But this is usually how battles in Empire Total War go. You just sort of envelop the enemy and you win. That's the standard strategy for single player anyway. That's their general's bodyguard, so let's take care of that. And let's move out with our infantry. We can move in a semi circular line like so. These guys are native bowman auxiliary, so let's turn around with these fellas and let's from a really short range let's initiate this combat. Playing as a Spanish actually should be an interesting campaign. I should get around to it at some point, but it's such a wide gameplay, or wide campaign to play, because you have units in all across America, Europe, basically all around the world. It's more of a wide campaign than even playing as the British. But the Spanish, they do have some interesting units at least. Not that the units in Empire Total War are that much different between each other. It's all just variants of line infantry, obviously. All just variants of line infantry, nothing that unusual. But it does present an interesting opportunity where in this campaign we are obviously much more focused on the Americas, whereas if we played as the British or the Spanish, it might be much more globally focused. And this battle is a victory. There we go, we lost 403 and killed something like 2,000. Very nice, very demure. And there we go, the enemy has 1, 2, 3, 4 regions left, which shouldn't be actually that difficult to take care of. Let's see if we move out. Yep, these guys will stay happy. So let's march towards New Granada and let's start kicking out these Spaniards. We don't want them around anymore. Their time has come and gone. It's time for the US to now be the dominant power. There we go. Those guys have been taken care of. Very nice. And yeah, the British are obviously at... Okay, so we can't move over there. Never mind. But the British are obviously at war with the Spanish, that's why their fleets are all over the place blockading our ports. But yeah, let's hope they knock it off before. Well, we're gonna go to war with them soon anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter actually that much. But yeah, so let's continue on and let's start mopping up these territories. Alright, here we are ready to take over the rebels over here, the pirates. Maybe they're pirates, I don't know. Demand surrender, surrender accepted. There we go. No need for any sort of blood loss, any sort of bloodshed. It's all just very simple. Here we go. Let's take New Granada. Auto resolve. Easy, easy. We're just marching. Once we have defeated, that's the thing about these colonizers. Once you defeat their main army, the rest of their little empires fall like there's no tomorrow. Like that, it's no business. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Panama is ours. Historically relevant, current day news relevant as well, eh? But they have a minor fort with some line infantry over there, so let's dispatch some of our line infantry and march them upwards, northwards, and yeah, this should be fairly easy. Next up is Guatemala and as well as Mexico, New Spain. This should be fairly quick and we should be able to deal with this in this episode. Alright, here we go. Time to take over Mexico. This should be fairly easy. There are no armies around to stop us. Damn, there we go. Mexico is ours. It would have been another annoying siege battle and it would have been pointless since the enemy had basically no units left anyway. As you can see, the enemy has like various native warrior auxiliary melee infantry. They do have like various small units here and there scattered, but they aren't doing anything with them here. Oh, there's actually a bit of an army over here, but still the enemy isn't doing really anything with their armies, and so it's oh, here we go, major lag. Always when you play around with what is it, the navies in Empire Total War, there's always a bit of lag involved, but I'm not entirely sure what causes it. But yeah, let's actually try something. Let's bargain. Let's go with Spain. Request peace. Regions, Guatemala. Let's try actually paying them off since I have so much money and I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. Offer. Bam. We reject your offer without hesitation. Never mind then, never mind. We'll still just win, but I thought I could bypass the entire turn by just doing this. But whatever, never mind. We'll still win anyway. See, enemy raid. Now they're gonna start dancing around. But this is a Catholic school, so maybe I should burn it down and rebuild the Protestant one. Let's move our units over here. Victory, very nice. Dealing with these small stacks around. And these guys, we can just go in and auto-resolve this one as well, since it's basically a victory anyway. When demand surrender, surrender accepted. They're finally accepting surrenders. Maybe you just need to show some overwhelming force. Now let's since they have nothing left. Demand peace treaty. Bam, peace treaty signed. Very nice. That means that the Spanish are out of here and we have only the British left to destroy when it comes to the Americas. Very swift campaign. That's gonna completely dominate everything. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands, to be honest, so it shouldn't really be that difficult. But we'll see. But that Kings is for the next part. So thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time.